Hello, everyone. Welcome to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what we do on this channel, hit on the subscribe button. Also put on the notification bell so you'll be notified by YouTube anytime we drop a new video. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to watch our videos. On this platform, we drop videos every day and we react to every video that come our way. And on this very video, I will be watching with you. And after watching, let's go to the comment section and drop our opinion constructively. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. See you next time in my next
All Progressives Congress APC national leader and presidential aspirant Bola Tinubu dropped some bombshell about his role in the political ambition of President Buhari, Vice President Osinbajo, and that of the governor of Ogun State, Abiodun. Bola Tinubu says he was instrumental to the ascension into power of the trio and says now is a time for him to take a shot at the #1 seat in the land. For the benefit of those who have not seen that video where Bola Tinubu spoke in Abeokuta, Ogun State, I will play for you tonight. Although it is in Yoruba language, and we have tried to transcribe it for you in English language, so watch out for the transcription of the text on the video on your screen. First, this is a statement on Muhammadu Buhari by Bola Tinubu.
Tí ò bá sí àwa èmi tí ń dúró wájú yìí tí ń lérí ogun tí ní òkè Buhari nìṣó ká máa bá lọ. Kò lè di president. Ó ṣe kìíní olùlẹ̀. Ó ṣe kejì olùlẹ̀. Ó ṣe kẹta olùlẹ̀. Ó tiẹ̀ sunkún lórí tẹlifíṣàn. Pé láyé òun ò tún rán mọ́, mo dẹ̀ lọ bá ń Kaduna wa rán ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀kún kọ́ lélẹ̀ àdúró tiẹ̀ wà á dẹ̀ wọlé. Nǹkan kan ní pé o ò ní fọ̀rọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ṣeré. Ó dẹ̀ gbà.
All right, those are the words of Bola Tinubu. Let's speak on these issues raised by the statement of Mr. Bola Tinubu and the state of the race. Of course, he spoke about Vice President Osinbajo, he spoke about the governor of Ogun State, and several other issues that he raised at that meeting in Abeokuta. I'm being joined by a former governor of Borno State and a sitting senator of Borno State in the Senate, Senator Kashim Shettima. He joins us live here in our studio. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much, sir.
First and foremost, I guess I'm wondering where I should start from, but let me begin from the screening exercise. I know you may not have a lot to say about it because you were not part of the process, but if you look at the scrutiny of your party, 23 were the ones that were the people who put themselves forward. 10 have been disqualified. You think that is a very strict and thorough job?
Well, I don't want to jump to wild conclusions, but by and large, I believe they must have done a thorough job, a just one. And in spite of the speculations in the social media, they have not released the names of those that were recommended for disqualification. But be that as it may, my own candidate, my own principal.
And who is that?
Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He had contested elections in the past under a very hostile federal government. He was a senator. He was a two-time governor. And it's preposterous. It's a gratuitous insult for anyone to insinuate that he has been disqualified.
So they are saying that he may have been disqualified.
No, you know, when you are the front runner, you will be the subject of the most vitriolic of attacks. And if you keep on stopping to throw stones at every dog that barks, you will not reach your destination. We know where we are going. We are very confident of victory, inshallah, on Monday. And such issues do not distract us. We believe he is in the contest.
What we're hearing is that the party or the screening committee seems to want to give chance for younger folks. Does that in any way inhibit the chances of your principal?
I do not think so, because age is a function of the mind. It's just a number. And there are some younger people that can perform abysmally low. My own principal has the experience, exposure, and a lucid mind to add value to the nation. And we are a very critical conjuncture in the current annals of Nigerian history, buffeted by all sorts of challenges, be it security, be it economy. So a leader that we need, Sean, is a leader who understands the dynamics of running a modern economy. The world is a knowledge-driven world. We have moved from the agricultural age to the industrial age. Now we are in the post-industrial knowledge-driven age. And you need a Nigerian president who has been tested with excellent and competent leadership skills, and most importantly, with all these agitations for non-inclusion and separatist tendencies around the country, you need a leader who understands the Nigerian sociology. And we don't have a better person.
We'll get to the personality,
yes,
the competence, and the capacity, yes, of Bola Tinubu.
Yes,
but let's go to the statement he made yesterday. First and foremost, there's been a lot of criticism about what he said. First and foremost, there are the school of thought of those who believe that it oozes, those statements ooze a sense of entitlement. And it does look that self-aggrandizement is what some people describe it, of the role he played in the ambition of others, especially the President Muhammadu Buhari. Does it come in a bad taste?
You know, people cannot be indifferent to Bola Tinubu. Like the late Gani Power Emi, you either love him passionately or hate him intensely. Hating him depending on your aptitude for jealousy. What he said yesterday was not a new thing. Can anyone come out and dispute what he had said? Neither in what it gives.
About taking ownership of being responsible for President Buhari's ascension.
He played a very crucial role in the ascendancy of President Buhari. I was a foundational member of the APC, and those that suffer from memory amnesia may forget about the role of Asiwaju Tinubu in the ascendancy of President Muhammadu Buhari. If we can go down memory lane, you know, their relationship goes beyond 2015. It started quite earlier. They made an attempt at a marriage, even in 2011 election. But prior to the 2013 merger and subsequent presentation of Muhammadu Buhari, a foremost traditional ruler from northern Nigeria led his own team, went to Asiwaju in Lagos and told him, not in our name, it doesn't represent us. A group of retired generals equally approached Asiwaju and told him, not in our name, he is not our candidate. So also the northern establishment, a professor, led the team and disowned President Buhari. And to add insult to injury, the icing on the cake was a delegation from Katsina that disowned the president and said he is not their anointed candidate. He withstood all those pressures. And at the presidential primaries in Lagos, without the block vote from the southwest, Buhari couldn't have clinched that trophy. I was part of that.
There are those who say that the ACN bloc and the role of Bola Tinubu and the Southwest stakeholders were instrumental. But there's those who believe that the new PDP members, the Amechi, the Atiku Abubakar, the Bukola Saraki, Their joining took the APC, as it then was without the NPDP, to another level entirely. And if not for those NPDP, the APC wouldn't have been able to get a chance. Not solely what Bola Tinubu did.
Well, I appreciate your input. But in 2015 elections, Rotimi Amechi, as the Director General of the Presidential Campaign Council, was able to garner 69,238 votes for the APC candidate, as against the 1,487,705 votes garnered by the PDP candidate. President Jonathan got the highest quantum of votes in 2015 elections in Rivers State. He got the highest percentage of votes in Rivers State. He got 94.44%. You know, facts do not lie. People may make efforts to distort history. In the whole of the South, Les Edo, President Buhari got 210,131 votes. Less than what? Less than half of what rural Yobe State contributed to the kitty. And politics, as Steve O'Neill said, is local. Your ability to generate votes establishes your relevance. But Ashwaju and his team, the Southwest, in 2011, because we have to compare figures, in 2011, the president got 72,000 votes in Oyo State. By 2015, he got 562,000 votes. In Ekiti, he got 2,689 votes in 2011. But in 2015, he got 120,133 votes. In Ogun, he got 17,654 votes in 2011, as against the 308,290 votes he got in 2015. I can roll out all this. I am historically armed.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people will respect the fact that you're not just someone who became a governor.
Yes.
You are astute in whatever you have laid your hands on, and respect has been given to you, your person, and your pedigree. Now, some of the issues, if you've read, for those who have submitted on what Bola Tinubu said in Abeokuta, one of these was that it also oozed a sense of entitlement. That he said that he has made Yoruba people proud and all of that, but now is the time of the Yoruba people, and he is a man for the job now. So those who have criticized that in itself is a sense of entitlement.
What is wrong with him demanding for the leadership? He has paid the price, and this is a man, when his other AD colleagues were blood John, were roasted by the wily old general from Ota, he had the wits, the wisdom to stood his ground. Not only that, sir, this is a man with a ferocious penchant of sacrificing his own good for the enthronement of democracy in this country. The Yorubas respect Obafemi Awolowo, not because he's an Ijebu man. No. They respected him, not because he was a lawyer. They respected him because he was a transformational leader who invested heavily in infrastructure, in education. And Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is about the most successful politician from the Southwest ever seen. He has built men and institutions. So you cannot even call him best amongst equals. It's a gratuitous insult. The Minister of Works and Housing is his protege. He's one of the best performing ministers under the current system. Rob Adegbeshola was his Commissioner for Works and Housing for 8 years. The Vice President, a very cerebral person, was his Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice for 8 years. I can roll out near Adebayo. Most of the ministers...
So you deserve that sense of entitlement?
Yes, he should be given the right of first refusal. What is wrong
for the presidency of this country?
For the presidency of this country.
Out of the over 200 million Nigerians.
He has aspired. We have not stopped other people from aspiring for that position. Every Nigerian, 25 people 23 have been screened. Any other Nigerian has the right to aspire for any position, but that does not preclude him from exercising his fundamental right as a citizen of this country, and most importantly, with the skills, with the administrative skill set and the intellect to transform.
Is he offended that maybe the president did not accord him that chance of forced refusal?
Let me be very, very frank with you. He wasn't offended. That particular interview was deliberately taken, distorted, embellished, and taken out of context. I have said so many for hours. Why is it that nobody took me up on that? And I dare to tell you, sir, that when the president emerged as the presidential candidate of the APC, he has a captive vote of 10 million in the north, but his popularity in the south was very low. It was the same southwest people that repackaged him, that brought in experts, the Devil Axel role from the Obama team and so on, that repackaged him and sold him to the Nigerian people. You cannot dispute established facts. You may hate Bola Tinubu as a person, but as H.S. Aga said, the truth that sets men free is most often the truth that men prepare not to hear, and we'll continue telling them.
I mean, I'm not sure it's about hatred of his person, and I think it's about the conversation on the issues that have Trade raised. Perhaps on the issue of Professor Osinbajo is another issue that's been raised. How much of offense it is for him, those who think that the issue of betrayal comes to play, and also not looking at the competence of a Professor Osinbajo as a person.
Nobody has doubted the competence of Professor Osinbajo. He's a very humble, competent, cerebral person. But we believe that in terms of intellect, capacity, reach, and the ability to move this nation forward, and most importantly, for us to win the upcoming election, the best candidate that the APC has is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. With a name recognition, mind you, the dynamics has changed with the emergence of Atiku, Vice President Atiku Abubakar as the candidate of the PDP. We need someone who can match and even overshadow him in terms of brand name recognition, in terms of intellect, in terms of capacity, even in terms of indefatigability. So this is why we are championing the cause of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's not best among equals. He's the best amongst his mentees.
You think he's the best?
Certainly.
So you mentioned Atiku Abubakar.
Yes, sir.
And you said that dynamics has changed things.
Yes.
For those who say, I'm a Lawan from the same northeast as Atiku Abubakar, is there an even, I mean, does that make the race even in that sense?
Well, my own position is very simple. APC was formed by a merger of so many interests. The ACN, the ANPP, the CPC, the ABGA, and of course the new NPN. And in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious polity like ours, we have to be sensitive and conscious of the diversity of the nation. Ahmed Lawan is my kinsman. He's my brother. And he holds me in the highest esteem. And I played a very prominent role in his emergence as the president of the Senate against my own kinsman, Mohamed Alindume. But leadership goes beyond sentiments. He has spent 20 years in the Senate, in the legislature. He has a PhD in geography. He has spent a stint in the academia before joining the political industry. Does he have the administrative skill set to rule a complex nation like Nigeria? This is a million-dollar question, and most importantly, sir,
can he also stand shoulder to shoulder with Atiku Abubakar?
He can't.
You think so?
That's the fact. You know, he's a pest amongst equals. Let's not delude ourselves. He became a senator with 144,000 votes. I became a senator with votes 2.5 times that he garnered in Yoruba. No. Go to Ohiapia or Izochukwu and ask for Ahmed Lawan. The first name that will come to their mind is that of the tomato dealer who is bringing tomato from Maiduguri. Go to any other part of the South. Does the brand name sells?
So you think Tinubu is a name that sells?
Tinubu is the best person. We don't even have any option.
What about Osinbajo? Does the name sell? The VP?
Osinbajo is a good man. He's a nice man. But nice men do not make good leaders, because nice men tend to be nasty. Nice men should be selling popcorn, ice cream, and balabogologo. But he's a very decent person. I can't doubt that. And he's my personal friend, and I would rather not comment on his person. But he's a very decent man. That I can tell you.
I mean, I'm not surprised. This is politics. It does look like your governor, Professor Zulum, seem to see Professor Osinbajo differently from how you see him. I'm not sure he's in the same camp as yourself. I'm not sure he's supporting Bola Tinubu. Why so? People will imagine that you probably will be in the same camp supporting Bola Tinubu.
My governor is one person who is least driven by personal ambition. He had been variously approached by some of the presidential contenders to be their running mate. He flatly turned down their offers. My governor is not a prisoner of power. He had been approached not to be a running mate to Osinbajo or any other person, but go the whole hog of picking the ticket as a northern candidate. He refused. Because there are some political jobbers in this country who are hell-bent on plunging this country. You know, the trajectory of global growth is facing Africa, and Nigeria will make or mar that transition. And getting the leadership question right is absolutely essential. And where the leader hails from is not the issue. I just cited the instance of the Chief of Army Staff. We had the Chief of Army Staff from my own state. But our security situation deteriorated further under his stewardship. The President Chief of Defense Staff is an Ika man. The President Chief of Staff is from Sokoto. But our security fortune has improved tremendously.
All right.
So I'm not particular about the Northeast or Ahmed Lawan, but I am particular about justice, equity, and fairness.
Okay, Your Excellency, I have just about 60 seconds or less to close the program, but I have two crucial questions. Yes. Although you did not answer the question whether or not for Zulum, the reason why...
We are on the same page, I can assure you.
Is it supporting Bola Tinubu too?
Certainly,
okay.
We are on the same page.
All right, so the delegates from Borno are voting for Bola Tinubu?
Certainly.
All right, so on a final note, in one part, quickly, if you can let Nigerians know, if Bola Tinubu does not get the ticket, what happens?
He's going to get the ticket.
What if he doesn't get it?
If it's a game of numbers, he's going to get it.
What if, I mean, the president has asked for a chance of reciprocity, that he should choose who succeeds him. What if the president does not pick him?
You know, people tend to underrate the depth of the relationship between the president and our candidate. Their relationship precedes 2015, 2014. And the president is a man of conscience who holds Asiwaju Tinubu in the highest esteem. If at all, President Buhari, a man of conscience, a God-fearing man, will anoint any candidate, that candidate has to be Bola Tinubu.
It has to be, but if it doesn't be, if it doesn't get,
I dare to say,
doesn't. This is politics.
But what I am saying is that the president, being a Democrat, in a worst-case scenario, anointing a candidate doesn't preclude candidates from going for the primary elections.
So Tinubu will go for the election. He will never step down.
The issue of stepping down does not arise.
But if the
president... the elephant in the room. How do you expect an elephant to step down for Lilliputians? So Certainly. On a more serious note, the issue of stepping down are just mere speculations. And most importantly, even the issue of anointment. The president's special advisor on media came out and disputed. When I was leaving the scene, naturally I had an interest. I anointed Professor Zulum. But other contestants, Idris Durkwa, Omar Nasko, Gambolawan, contested with him at the primaries and he won. So in the same vein, the president is at liberty to endorse Bola Tinubu, but Bola Tinubu will still go into contest with those that are willing to slug it out with him.
Senator Kashim Shettima, a sitting senator.